Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Cypress. We're going to talk about some of the Cypress features, the requirement, architecture of Cypress, setup and installation, and I also go through folder structure. So, what is Cypress? Cypress is automation testing tool. Especially, you can test modern web applications like React, Angular, and so on. So, basic understanding of JavaScript is enough to write test script in Cypress. It is fast, easy, reliable testing for anything that runs in a web browser. It is open source, free under the MIT license. You can fork it, you can do with it as you wish. So we have some of the Cypress features. So like time travel, which takes snapshots as your tests run. You can debug with developer tools. We have automatic waiting, never adds wait or sleep to your tests, so automatically waits for command and assertion before moving on, and takes a screenshot automatically and a video of the execution of entire test. So it also supports some of the browser like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Election. Can be integrated with continuous integration tools. So Cypress requirement. So if you want to use each of this operating system, for example, for Windows, it has to be 7 and above. Mac OS should be 10.9 and above, and only 64-bit. And Linux 12.4 and above, and Node.js 10 or 12 and above. So here we have Cypress architecture. So briefly, I'm going to talk about Selenium and compare it to Cypress architecture. So we have 4 components in Selenium. Most testing tools like Selenium operates by running outside of the browser, but Cypress engine directly operates inside the browser. So as you can see here, we have a Selenium language binding or a client library. We have JSON. So in new version, they have W3C protocol, which replaces with JSON. And we have WebDriver and real browser. So when tests are triggered, then converted to JSON after like encoding and decode, from there goes to drivers. Each driver communicates with a corresponding real browser and executes the command. Then response given back in form of HTTP. So let's come back to architecture of Cypress. So Cypress sits in a browser. As you can see, we have iframe, the first one for Cypress tests, and the second one is application. Cypress connects to Node.js using proxy. They are connected constantly. Cypress has access to front end and back end of the application. Can also access to DOM, Windows object, local storage, network layer, browser DevTools, and other. So setup and installation. For installation, this one line, no additional tools or binaries or anything to configure or set up. You just run it and you get one tool that handles everything for you. Once you run two things, you get desktop app or GUI and command line. So how do we open it? Once you run this command npx cypress open, Cypress folder is created with subfolders, so you can configure and modify the behavior of Cypress. So here is the folder structure. Looks like this. We have Cypress folder, which is created here. We have fixture folder. Those are the subfolders. So in fixture folder are used to store test data. We have integration folder, contains all test files. We have plugins, extend the behavior of Cypress, goes here. We have a support folder. We can write reusable codes here. And Cypress JSON, which we can put Cypress configuration here. So when the Cypress is open, we run that command that I showed you before. It opens this page. This is how the Cypress desktop or GUI looks like. So it shows the project name. We have here the version of the framework we are using. This docs links to Cypress document. We have two options here. So one end-to-end testing and one component testing. This is a beta version and test the component, but we're going to use end-to-end testing. When you click here, it navigates to this page and you can choose from here. You can choose your browser, and then this page shows all test files within your Cypress integration or test file directory. So you can click on one of the test spec files here. When you do that, Cypress is going to bring up the test runner. So in a browser, everything happens here. In your test, you can see it here. So this is a time travel. You can go through actions to see a state of your application. This is very helpful when you are debugging, and also it's fun to see the screenshot of each step of your test. And here it shows how many test passes, and if it fails, it's going to show it here. So how to write a test function. This is just one simple example. So we use describe for organizing our tests. So inside describe, we can put all our tests. So the test starts with it, and we put the name of the test. For example, here we have first test, and the function. Inside the function, we put all the command. So cy.visit, we put the URL of the application here, and you can use get command to get element on the page. For example, we have button here. Once we get the button, we can make action against it, like click and put the assertion. And for example, here should have class active. This is our assertion. So you can make requests against API endpoints as well. And yeah, Cypress commands are very easy and simple to use, but their functionality is kind of rich. So in next video, I'm gonna go deeper in this topic and show more um, functionality, and we're gonna focus on more command to write test cases. Thank you for watching and see you in next video.